How to Manifest with the Moon, part two of a three-part series. Today, we're going to talk about the next 3 steps in harnessing the energy of the moon and creating the life of your dreams. If we haven't met yet, my name is Irina Miller. I'm an energy alchemist, astrologer, and spiritual life guide. And it is my joy to unlock the mysteries of the moon and the sacred and to share with you the sacred practices and traditions and rituals that help you step into the life you were born to live. All right, let's talk about the moon and the 3 steps that are next when it comes to manifesting. Just as a side note, a lot of times I'm connecting with and addressing these to people who I call moon sensitives. And if you haven't heard of that term, it simply means people who are a little bit more affected, they notice by the moon. They might notice that when the moon is full, it's hard to sleep, or when the moon is new, they just don't have a lot of energy. They're extra sleepy. Something simple like that, but maybe they haven't even drawn the connection yet. That's why I love to share techniques like moon mapping, tracking the moon, what's it doing, because it affects so many of us and we're not even aware. And we'll beat ourselves up for not being able to accomplish certain tasks or reach certain dreams. And it might just be that the moon is in a particular state, a particular zodiac sign that isn't conducive to our plans for that day. Now, does it mean we can't accomplish our plans and what we want to do? Of course not. We can do anything on any day, but it's engaging with the weather as it is. So for example, let's say you had plans to go play golf. I don't know why that's coming into my head. Maybe because, people lick their finger and put it up in the air, like, which way is the wind blowing? They work with the wind. Or maybe it's a cold, rainy day and you're like, oh, well, to go out and play, I don't play golf. 18 holes, whatever it is, it may just not be a lot of fun because the ground's going to be wet and icky and it's raining. Let's go to the driving range instead. Again, not sure why I'm using the term, the example of golf, but maybe someone needs to hear that. So what we're saying is that the moon might just be in an energetic weather state that might be conducive for something else other than the original plans we had in mind. Does it mean we can't follow through with our plans? No, but if we know what state it's in, like what's the weather, we can engage in a much more enjoyable way and not run into frustrations or self-sabotaging blocks. So moon sensitives, they are aware and affected by the moon. Just like the moon affects the tides of the ocean, we are made up mainly of water, so the moon can affect us too, our moods, our emotions, and our intuition. So let's jump into this. The 3 next steps when it comes to manifesting and co-creating with the moon. First one is plan. You've already taken time to notice the obvious, what is the moon doing? Is it new or full or somewhere in between? You've already observed your emotions and feelings, and you've already kind of oriented yourself as far as saying, okay, I'm going to do a meditative practice or a ritual just to tune into the energy of the moon. The next step is your plan. What are you looking to create? What do you want to do? And you set it down, you write it down, because we know many studies have shown that writing our ideas down help them to come into reality much more quickly than just keeping them in our head. The second P is the phase. You don't have to get the whole project completed within that lunar cycle or even just the 2-week cycle of new moon to full moon. There's fluidity and flexibility. Look at what phase your project is in. If you're at the brand new beginning of something, then it's the intention phase. You're planning just the foundation. What am I doing? Where am I going? Then the next phase or the next cycle, what you can do is you can say, all right, I've already set the foundation. Now I'm going to do more research. I'm going to investigate my ideas. I'm going to test them, test out my theory. And that could be the next cycle. So you're just breaking things up into manageable chunks so that you're not frustrated because you bite off more than you chew, trying to create so much at once. Many people realize, and have many of the clients that I work with that I share this technique, we don't try to manifest anything more than 6 months out. Most times we're working with just within a quarter, a month to 3 months, because what happens is new information comes our way and it might change our plans, or we might meet someone, or we might move away from a particular group. So just notice what phase your plan is in and work with it accordingly. You don't have to get everything all done at once. The last P, the third one, is play. I encourage you to be lighthearted and playful in your approach, not to take this seriously in the sense of enjoy the journey, enjoy the experience. When we get into that serious mode and we really are like, okay, I'm going to make this happen. I'm focused, I'm aligned, I'm going to do this. What happens is we cut off that flow to source, to creativity. We try to do too much on our own and we stop tuning in. That's why it's so wonderful, that third step in the first video, the orient, where you orient yourself. You're just setting up the connection to heaven, to your guides, to your angels, saying, all right, this is a co-creation. This isn't just about me trying to make everything come true all on my own, but realizing the universe does have your back and that there is a joy when it comes to manifesting in a co-creative state. All right, to sum it up, the 3 steps of the second phase, part 2, when it comes to manifesting with the moon. First part is your plan. What's your plan? What are you working on? What are you trying to build? Step 2, what phase is the plan in? You don't have to do it all at once. Break it down into manageable chunks. And third part, that final P, is play. Bring a playful, lighthearted approach because it keeps you connected to awe and wonder, which continues to strengthen your connection to source, to divine inspiration and guidance. And that is a key piece to bringing into reality your dreams. All right, if this has brought up more questions and answers, then definitely let's continue the conversation. Click the link around this video, drop me a moon emoji if you would like to know more about manifesting with the moon. I'd love to share more with you. And then finally, if this has been helpful to you, please do share it with a friend to lift their day and give them some extra insight of the moon and how it can help them on their journey. All right, I'll catch you back here next week. Lots of love. Bye, guys.